Now, AudioQuest may catch a little flack from time to time because they sell expensive audio cables. And anyone who sells expensive audio cables is going straight to hell. That said, they have started branching out into the hardware game where it actually matters, that things cost money. And here is the Dragonfly revision 1.2. And I know it's revision 1.2 because the manual, which apparently was written by, I don't know, someone who speaks English, tells you exactly in detail how to go and check which revision you have, because there's a 1.0, which is currently on Amazon for $99, and there's the 1.2, which is currently on Amazon for $148, I think. What the difference is between the 1 and the 1.2, I do not know. So in the description, I will link to the 1.0 and the 1.2, because if you could save $50 and it's 92% as good as this, by all means. What this is a very small, obviously, USB key sized DAC amp, headphone amp. Comes with a little cap, in case you want to, cap it. Comes with a little leather case so you can put it away. And the idea is that you could take this with you on a trip out to the, wherever, and you have a small, high quality headphone amplifier. Much like the Shitfulla, which I ironically sold 2 days ago. So, no comparing against that. But, on its own, this little heavy unit, which is rubberized, has to compete with other tiny things. The Audio Engine has a small one. I forget the D3, I think the D3, for about the same price. So let's pop it in now. I'm not going to plug it in my laptop. My laptop there is actually what's running this computer right now. Because if I plug it into my laptop, then it's over there and I can't see it do cool things. If you have a laptop on your lap, that's fine. I'm using this. I think this is from the Steam controller. Plug it into the cat. Plug it into the cat. Green. Now, the little Dragonfly lights up green when 44.1 is sent to it. It's in the book. That actually, it actually does change color based on the sample rate, which is nice. So red, if you shut the computer off and it's just being powered by a hub, it turns red. Green is 44.1. Blue is 48, which I have no 48 files. Amber is 88.2, and magenta is 96. So I can go through a few of those, and you can see the pretty Dragonfly change colors, if that's what you care about, which I know you do because I care about it as well. But what we're really here to decide is, do you want to spend $150 to have something like this? If you have a desk, what? You don't have a desk. If you have a desk like this and you could fit giant boxes on it, you don't need to buy this. This is not for you. If you have a desk, you could buy something else. I mean, here is the mic Origin, right? Just got back on Amazon. It was out of stock for a while. Christmas. And I'm going to A/B it, because what's the Z reviews without a pointless, or what's the opposite of pointless? Pointed? Without a pointed A/B test. Because this is $100 and this is $150. So if this can do more than this can and this sounds as good as this does, why bother? This is a very specific market for... Where is it? I saw it on the floor. I had one. Hold still, cat. There. I recommend highly buying a small 6-inch... In fact, I think recently bought together had like a tiny little USB extension, because you don't want to have it. You don't want to have that and then headphones and it just break. Everything's broken as soon as it gets yanked on. So if you do end up buying this, you want an extension, a small little baby extension. Now I'm going to lay it down. I'm going to plug it in. Yeah. Now I've got the Mad Dogs, which are still my hardest to drive headphones on. And the way that AudioQuest tells you to use the Dragonfly is as follows. They say, max out your player volume. So in my case, obviously that means foobar. That's ventrilo, not going there. foobar, max out your player volume, and then lower Windows volume, master volume to 25%, and then raise and lower that. And I'm not sure if that is applied if you're using Wasapi. I think they're assuming that you're not going to be that audio and tech savvy when you're playing with it. So either way you want to do it. Basically, I've got it set. This is the default. The volume keys on my keyboard will control its output because there's no knobs or anything. And then I will match it with the knob on the Origin. And of course, I've still got it all set up to switch manually. Give me a song that isn't going to kill me. AudioQuest is this. Origin is that. Now, I'm using the Origin on the low gain, right? Because there's a low and high gain on the Origin, which is also USB powered. So this is USB powered and that's USB powered. There's no powering advantage. The only advantage that the Origin has is its size. It could fit things like capacitors in it. So on low gain, I'm that far away from maximum volume. And obviously the Dragonfly I have at, I believe it's at maximum volume. Let me double check. Yeah. So the AudioQuest Dragonfly can get as loud as the Mica Origin on low gain at maximum. When you flip the switch, however, on the Origin, now it can push harder. Even though they're both coming off USB power, this has the room to put probably a voltage amplifier and everything in line to make it go. So this is pushing my Mad Dogs. The Dragonfly is pushing my Mad Dogs. It's at maximum, everything's at full, and it's pushing my Mad Dogs, but it is still pushing them. Now, how is the sound quality? Excellent. This is like my favorite. The Origin is my favorite new headphone DAC amp combo. It's the right price, it's the right shape, it's got the right features. It's got the... That's my pants. It's got a 3.5 and a 1/4 inch and a high-low gain and a digital out in the back that is also a pre-out out in the back, and you could send 5 volt to run your phone. It's got all the things I want. This, that's all it has. A 3.5 out, that's a headphone amp. They say you can run it to your powered speakers, which I honestly could do, but it's not really. It's just a sound card, not a weak sound card, but you know, there's no features. Here's what it does. It's all that money, and it's just gonna give you a headphone out. It's a very good headphone out. It's clean and crisp and clear, as clean and crisp and clear as the Origin, or as the Own, or as the, I guess, this Geek Pulse. What else can I point at? Point at things. As my Emotiva, as my cat. It's as clean and clear as that. You're just paying for the size. People like tiny things, and this is tiny. This is as tiny as the things you're gonna get. Actually, it's not true because I have this to review next. Well, it's not really smaller. It's fatter too, but this was $7. So don't concern yourself with that yet. That has a special purpose in my upcoming review. If you don't need it small, don't buy it. If you do need it small, if you want to keep it in your pocket, if you have a very tiny laptop, I don't think you can get your phone to power it. I don't think. You need an OTG cable with it, and then I'm not sure, you know, I think, no. This is specifically for people who have high quality headphones. I'll switch to my 600s now. And we'll go straight in. We're not even going to A/B it. And I've got to lower the hell out of the volume because 600s are easier. I'm going to double check that I lowered the volume. Mixer, which I'm going to Dragonfly, there you go. Is it the max? Is it? Hold on. Hold. Or Dragonfly is the default device. Make sure my volumes are working. Yes, it is. Switch back. That is still playing. Now that it doesn't even exist. Yeah, I broke foobar because I made it go away. 7. AudioQuest Dragonfly. Boom, boom, boom. So many things are happening. Okay. So now we got foobar running straight to this Wasapi event, actually. We're going to raise the volume. I'm at 50% in Windows, roughly. I can see it. I was just playing my 600s. Green, because it's 44.1. Let's change its color. This is 96, and now it's magenta. It feels like the most solidly built USB dongle thing ever. How about that? It's got that going for it. It's clear, man. It's clear. As clear as all the other things I've reviewed. It should be for the price. Oh, Jesus loud. Pushing 600s to oh, Jesus loud. And I actually do have some Onidominus. So that'll change the color again because it's for 88. Boom, now it's amber. It's cute. I like that it does that. It's a little more, I'm going to say, impractical than just having like a series of LEDs that could change like this does. 44, 48, 176, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, it lights up your Dragonfly. It's a pretty color. Can't go wrong with pretty colors. Why am I not shuffling? So what is the point? What am I saying here? I'm saying it's very good. I'm saying if you're going to spend $150 on something because of the file size, because of its size, consider buying the revision 1.0 because all the specs are identical. So they've changed something, and I'm sure the computers can hear what that something is, but maybe you could just save $50. Buy like a lot of Chinese food with it. So, yes, I approve of this. I approve of this AudioQuest product. I'm going to get their jitterbug because my origin here, if I plug it into a specific type of USB port on my computer, you'll hear everything the computer does. It just sucks the power failures out of it. So maybe the jitterbug might be also a recommendation. I'll find out. It's half the price of the shit power cleaner, which is called the shit weird. And I have heard the AudioQuest Nighthawks, the headphones, the $600 headphones, heard them in Japan. And if no one sends them to me, and AudioQuest doesn't send them to me, I'm going to end up just buying a pair. Because. So AudioQuest rides that line of I hate you company because you sell $1,000 speaker cables. And you know, this is a decent product. The jitterbug, if it works, when I get one and find out, might be a decent product, and I know the Nighthawks are a decent product. So we'll keep going. This AudioQuest Vision, it's cute. It's cute. It's remarkable for the size. How's that?